Student, I hope you all are fine and doing well. So today we will start the chapter 3 life in rural area. As we know that from chapter 2 of history that British came in India as the traders and later on they took control all over the India step by step. British not only control the India even they influenced the life of the people. So in this chapter we will see how the life of the village peoples changed uh, under the British. So in this chapter we will know how the British changed the life of ruler people. So as before the arrival of British, villages were self-sufficient and they had their own land, but paid a small part of his produce to the king. So in some critical situation like natural disaster, drought, flood, king reduced the land revenue. But British were quite opposite of it. They started to collect the revenue by the agents. The revenue was fixed and no concession given to any natural calamities. Next is colonial policies. So as we read in the last chapter, after the Battle of Buxar, East India Company got the right of collect revenue from the Bihar, Bengal, and Odisha. Company need money to meet their expenditure and want to buy goods in India and export them. To run the administration, need a fund for the war fought in India and abroad to maintain the army. So for all this, British need more money. So main purpose of the company was to make much money as possible. So when the Warren Hastings was the governor of the company, give the right to collect the revenue from the area highest bidder. So bidder was a person who was interested to collect a maximum tax from the peasants without considering the fertility of the soil or production of that particular area. Now, the to run the revenue system properly, they set up the three new revenue collection system: permanent, Malwadi, and Rayatwadi system. So, in nutshell, now East India Company or British collect the tax started to collect the tax under the three system. First one is permanent settlement, then Mahalwadi, and then Rayatwadi. So, in permanent settlement, yes, to ensure the regular income, company fixed land revenue on the basis of the permanent collection in Bengal, Bihar, and 1793 by the Lord Cornwallis. The main features of the permanent settlement: the revenue to be collected from the peasants fixed permanently without any delay. It was collected by the local zamindar from the peasant without any delay every year. If the zamindar was able to collect the more revenue from the land, he could keep supply of amount, but he could not continue. Then he would lose his zamindari rights. So in next Mahalwadi system, in Mahalwadi system, so this was the second system for collecting the tax by the British. In Malwadi system, it was introduced in present day Uttar Pradesh, part of Madhya Pradesh and Punjab. In these in these area, land was owned by the group of villages called Mahal, and the task of collecting the revenue and paying the company was given to the headman of the each Mahal. And in this revenue, demand was not fixed permanently but could be revised periodically. And in the last Rayatwadi system, the Rayatwadi system was the devised by the Thomas Munro. It was introduced in the part of Madras and Bombay. Under this, company made a revenue settlement directly with the peasants. So the farmer was recognized as the owner of the land as long as he paid the land revenue. So in this means farmer or peasant directly paid a tax uh, to the British. There was a no middleman. The revenue was fixed according to the fertility of the soil. So in nutshell we can say that, so British want to a permanent amount of the tax, so he started the tax collecting under the three systems: permanent, Rayatwadi, and Rayatwadi, permanent, and Malwadi system. So they wanted to ensure a fixed amount of the tax which they could collect from the peasant of a peasant from the peasants. So I hope you understand this concept. Thank you. Have a nice day.